Another hypothetical question. If Sadhguru, while he's walking, he can see a characteristic above people's heads with a scale, like a gauge. And you can choose one characteristic. It can be their sense of humor, it can be their wealth, it can be their honesty. And you can say 0 to 10, you can see 7, 6, 5. Which characteristic would be so important for you to see on people's heads?
Which would be more important for me or for them?
For you.
Oh, for me, it doesn't matter what character they have. Because as far as I know, all human beings, when they're conscious, they can exude something fantastic, which is life. For me, life is the only value. When I say life, not just about being alive as life. See, life is not just you. This is the living cosmos. You captured a little bit and you're giving it all kinds of significance. This is a living cosmos. You're like… when you were in school, did you blow a soap bubble or something? A soap bubble? So if you and me sit here and blow soap bubbles, my bubble this big, your bubble that big, I will say this is my bubble, you'll say that's my bubble. It went poop. Then you don't say this is my air, that is your air, isn't it? Life is just like this. This is a living cosmos. You captured some. It is the magnanimity of creation that it's giving you an individual experience. Don't take it too seriously. You can develop any kind of characteristic any given moment. It has nothing to do with life. These are all social nuances and you're making up these things depending upon which society you're born in, what sort of people are around you. This is not important for me. The important thing is, how much life can you capture? Are you a tiny bubble or are you a big bubble? If you capture enough life within you, you will know life in a more profound way. If you capture this much air in you or this much life in you, and then you read all the books in the world, you will not know anything. You will never know life that way, because life needs energy. The energy should be such that it can just light up everything. When it lights up everything, you see everything. If it doesn't light up, if you don't have the energy to light up everything within you, the nature of your own life, if you do not know the nature of your own life, you don't know a damn thing. You could read all the books on the planet, you still don't know anything about life. You know survival tricks. You're exaggerating your survival tricks as so many qualities and values. I'm saying when I say survival tricks, I love you is a survival trick. Yes, otherwise you can't survive in the society. It's not that you're exuding love. This is I call this mutual benefit scheme. You give me this, I'll give you that, and I say I love you, you say you love me. We'll go on. The moment you don't give me what I want, I hate you, we'll start.
Bye.
Yes. So I'm saying you're misunderstanding a need-based existence as love. Love has got nothing to do with anybody. It's your emotion. When you keep your emotion in the sweetest possible way, you're loving. Who are you loving? You're not loving anybody, you're loving, that's all. That's your nature. Now, if you see the plant, you will look at it lovingly. If you see a man, you look at him lovingly. If you look at a woman, you look at them lovingly, not because you want to get something from them. That's a relationship. A relationship is a transaction, isn't it? Do not misunderstand or exaggerate transactions as a love affair. It is still a need-based society. Let's be straight enough. Because if you call your transactional affair as a love affair, you will miss the whole experience of love in your life, you will never know it. It's important you know what is a transaction. When I say transaction, I'm not saying it's ugly. If you're running a grocery store, I come to you and buy what I want. This is not ugly, there's nothing wrong. It's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, we think the transaction in the shop is ugly, the transaction between two human beings is beautiful, there's no such thing. All transactions are necessary. There is nothing ugly or beautiful about it. It's just with how much dignity we conduct those transactions, how gracefully we conduct those transactions. So there are needs in human beings, physical needs, psychological needs, emotional needs, financial needs, social needs. To fulfill these needs, we do different kinds of transactions with different people. At least we must be straight about it, isn't it? This is all I expect. Do whatever the hell, at least be honest. Not with somebody, at least with yourself. What are you doing? At least with yourself. If you're not able to be honest with the world, because the world is prejudiced, it'll make judgments about you for whatever you say or do publicly. So, at least with yourself, this one person you should not play hide and seek. If this much you do, you will be fine.